Hello, everybody. Welcome to this Xbox Life, episode 474. Stop the madness. I am Mark, aka Wingman 709, and with me, as always, is my bestest buddy, my guru of technology. It's Mr. Rob himself.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Hello. This is Rob, also known as Presar.
So, how you doing, Rob?
Better than I was the past week. Oh,
You sound
I
like
was
you got a bit of a cold,
oh,
or had.
I'm on like happy land compared to where I was the past week. Oh, I was dying after the last show. I mean, that's when it was kind of starting, and then I spent most of the next 5 days sleeping
Ugh.
or comatose in one form or another. And actually, it got so, I mean, to show you how bad it was, yesterday, so my son and I, we play, not play, we take Taekwondo lessons. So yesterday, I shouldn't have done it, but I tried. I ran around the room in the beginning of class 4 times, and then I had to sit out the rest because I couldn't freaking breathe.
Oh man. And there he goes coughing. Woo!
That was the wingman cough.
But you
And
muted.
I think I muted myself in time.
You did. I didn't hear anything. So
But it was bad news. But I think, did you ever try that oxaliscnum stuff?
no.
It's a stuff you're supposed to take um within like the first signs of getting a cold. It's just like homeopathic
Okay.
stuff. I mean, it's,
Is it
you
airborne?
know, no, that's like zinc stuff. This is
Oh.
some other kind of thing. It's supposed to reduce flu-like symptoms. So it's this little plastic thing with sugar and stuff inside of it.
Uh-huh.
You're supposed to take it every 6 hours. It's super expensive.
And
It
yet
was
you
like
still
six.
got sick, right?
Well, at some point you're screwed no matter what, but this is supposed to reduce the symptoms.
But see, the
So
thing is there's no way to prove if it works. People buy it, and it's still like there's no way to prove that it works.
yeah, but I think at some point, with flus being what they are, they suck so bad with the body aches and stuff.
Yeah.
You'll do whatever.
True.
You'll do whatever. So I took that. I don't know if it really helped. I felt sort of okay in the beginning, but then I just felt crappy anyway. But yeah. So that's how I am. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I got other
Excellent.
people in my house that are sick.
Again?
It's yeah, dude. It's interesting. It's going to be an interesting week. So my oldest son is the lead in his school play, and it starts this week. And like yesterday, he had no voice at
Oh
all,
wow.
and they do not have a backup for him. Like last year, they had what do they call them? Um, oh, I know it. We've talked about it all weekend. Anyways, there's somebody that like knows that part and can
Yeah.
step in, right?
Like an
Eh,
understudy or
that's it,
something.
understudy. Thank you. Last year they had understudies, and what they did was they actually had an extra show. That way, the understudies actually played that main role, so they got to actually, be that role for one of the shows. But this year they decided not to do it, and now my son, who's the lead in the show, like is like, and it's he's got to act and sing as it's a musical, and he's got like hardly any voice right now, and the first show is in 3 days. So I'm
Oh
like,
wow.
dude, you better just not talk and keep indoors and rest, drink lots of water, rest that voice. So
Do whatever.
I'm like, because if he can't do it, then there's no show.
Wow. No
That's
pressure.
Yeah, he was saying that's and like, yeah, a little bit of pressure here. I'm like, you do what you do what you can do, and it is what it is. If can't do it, you
Yeah.
can't do it. I mean, you know, but
Well, hopefully we'll get better.
so. But anyways, yeah, hopefully he
Yeah.
will. But all right, let's move on. You can listen to us live every week on Twitch, Mixer, and YouTube Sundays at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to talk about that a little bit later.
Oh boy.
But yeah, why can't it just be Eastern Time? Anyways, it is now Eastern Standard Time as of today. So, Rob, other than playing the flu game, did you get any gaming in this week?
Well, I lost the flu game. I
Yeah.
lost it hardcore.
You played
I got
Plague,
no
right?
achievements. What?
Plague. You played that game, Plague.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you remember that
No.
game? Plague?
What?
I think it started as a mobile game. It was Plague, where like
Plague.
you build,
Yeah.
where you create a disease and you try to get it to spread and kill everybody in the world.
Yeah, wipe out the world
Yeah.
if you could.
Did you play anything else other than that this week?
Well, that was in my body, not around the whole world. And
And it
I'm
looks like
still
you won
fighting
because
it.
you're
I'm
still here.
winning. I'm winning. It is not won yet.
Not yet.
But yeah, so I tried to do some gaming the other day when I started to feel just a tiny bit better, and it was like too much effort to sit in the chair holding the controller, if you know what I mean. But
Yep.
I managed to mess around with Xbox a little bit. I did all my insider achievements. Well, whoop-dee do.
There you go.
And yeah, there's some interesting stuff. In the insider program, they added or they changed some of the system sounds a little bit. So there was a quest for that. And
Yeah,
I
there
like
was.
it. It's what?
Yeah, there was a little change to the sounds.
Yeah,
I
did
know.
you
I
notice
noticed
it?
that as soon as I booted up today. I was like, "Wait a minute,
Yeah.
that doesn't sound right." And I clicked a few things. I was like, "They must have done a new update."
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice. I like it because before all the sounds were from everywhere, weren't they? Now they're sort of like you get stuff in front, stuff behind. That's the main thing I noticed. Did you notice that?
Everything comes out of my TV, so it all came out from the front. So
Oh, okay. So you don't have
I
surround.
don't. No, I don't have all that set up.
Well, you should fix that.
I
But
know. It's money. It's
yeah, it's not necessary, but
it's not necessary, and
you know.
it works for me. And I got headphones
Yeah.
that if I really want, I got the surround headset, wireless headset. So
Do you use that?
no, usually because they're dead.
Okay.
So I want to buy some
Well,
new ones that have a cradle they sit on, so they're always charged. Then I would use them
Oh, so
constantly.
so then the battery could overcharge and then it won't hold a charge and it'll be
Exactly.
dead anyway.
There you go.
That's the poison pill of batteries in anything.
Oh,
But yeah, we got a sound update. It's kind of I like it. I like it for. I mean, it's a teeny tiny little minor thing, but it's good. And there was something that I tried, and I was gonna talk about it, but now I don't remember what it was.
all right. Well, maybe we'll jog your
So,
memory when we talk about
yeah.
the update or get into our news. Maybe something will remind you.
Yep. Yep. So what about you? What have you been playing?
I played a little bit of Gems of War. Really slowed down on that, but I still try to play it just about every day for a little bit. Trying to help out the guild. I can see a lot of people like when this all kicked off, and I gotta say something too. I'm kind of rambling and jumping around.
Mhm.
So everybody that just won free money from Microsoft this past month, I got $55 so
Oh,
far
nice.
gifted, all because of playing Gems of War.
You think?
Yes, because it
Oh,
was
yeah.
the Freedom Rewards thing they got going on.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was you play these like free to play games, and like I've seen other people that said I got the money, and I know they were all playing Gems of War. So all of you that got rewards from Microsoft this month, all because you were playing Gems of War, you're welcome. That was all me.
Nice.
You need to show me some love. Otherwise, you wouldn't have got that money if I didn't keep talking about Gems of War. But yeah, Rob, I got a email from Microsoft. What about a week ago? I think it might have been Monday. And I got like $25 and from the Freedom Rewards, and I was like,
Yeah.
sweet, that's awesome. And it was like 2 days later, I got another email. You've won $10 in the Freedom Rewards, and I was like, wow. And then the very next day, I got another one, and it was like I'm up to. I think I got a total of 3 of those $10 ones, and then a $25 one.
Very nice.
So I've gotten 50, and I put the codes in, and they all work. I got $55 sitting in my wallet. So
That's awesome.
it did pay to. I got paid to play. It was awesome. So now when I buy that $90 version of Far Cry 5, which I've already got pre-ordered, $55 of it's free. It's already paid for.
So you played to play. So you played to get.
I played to get
the
paid
cards
to pay
gift
to play.
To play another game. Okay, that makes sense.
Played to get paid to pay to play.
Yeah.
But not pay as much. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I was like stoked. I don't know why I won so much, but not really sure how that works. But I know other people in our community have gotten multiple as well, just like I did. But so let us know.
That's awesome. That's a nice surprise.
Yeah, if you got money in the Freedom Rewards, let us know, and I'd like to hear from you guys. You can just sound off, send us a voicemail or an email, or sound off in the Facebook group. So, also, I've been playing Dead Island. Might be wrapping up that story tonight after we're done. My co-op partner, Comrade92, and I have been working on this game, and I think if she's still awake when we get done recording, we're gonna try and go. We're at the end, so we're gonna go hit the last section of the game. I don't know if we'll complete it, but we're going to the last area. But we'll definitely wrap that up this week. I did get in? I launched Sea of Thieves last night. Sea of Thieves is in its final beta right now. It's open to everybody.
Yeah.
And I thought, let me just jump in, see what's changed quite a bit. I didn't do a whole lot. I didn't get in with a group. I just went in by myself and got on my own little ship. But you can select a pirate. They've got like a new group in there. So like it was the Gold Hoarders or something like that. Now it's like some merchants that are giving out items and tasks and stuff to go do. But basically, all I did yesterday is I've been hearing about people talk about what happens when you sail to the edge of the map, and I'm like, but no one's ever said anything like what really happens, and but they're all like, oh, it's so cool, it's so neat, you just you got to do it. So that's what I did yesterday. I just got in my little boat, and I'm like, okay, let's go straight to the edge of the map, and that's what I did. I guess I don't want to spoil anything, but I don't really consider it a spoiler. It wasn't so cool in my opinion. It was kind of neat, I guess, what they did, but it was nothing like what I expected. I was expecting something a lot different. I thought they could have done something a little better than what it was, but yeah, it was a neat effect. What they did. So we'll wait till the game's out in a couple of weeks, and then we can talk about it. But it's it's not really a big deal. But so that was kind of a letdown, but kind of neat at the same time. And then I did play in the new mode. I already forgot what it's called, but in Rainbow Six Siege, they've got this mode where like you're killing aliens and stuff in a group of 3. So you squad up with 2 other people, and there's just 3 of you, and you got to go through these different levels, and it's intense, man. It is hard. It's hard, but it is a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to playing that again some more, hopefully this week. And that mode's only going to be around for a little time. I guess it's only going to be here for like 3 or 4 weeks. And I don't understand that. I believe I think that's can't be. Why would they put all that time and effort into developing this and then only have it be around? I'm imagining it's going to make an appearance again at some point as a permanent addition to the game, but I don't know right now. But it's fun. It's pretty cool. But that's it. That's what I played this week.
Okay.
So let us move on. So you can support us at thisxboxlife.com/Patreon. This is a way to support us each and every month automatically. You set up what you'd like to donate to us automatically every month, and Patreon will take care of that for you. You can also leave us a one-time tip by just going to thisxboxlife.com/donate. Again, you select what you want to donate, and that's one time only. So if you wish to do it more than once, you have to go back and do it again. You can also subscribe to us on Twitch, Mixer, and YouTube to catch our live show each and every week. All right, so got quite a few things here, Rob, to talk about, but a lot of it is a lot of this will be pretty short. But the first one I wanted to talk about was, did you get a chance? This just premiered today. I only saw about half of it. I didn't get a chance to watch the whole thing, but the Inside Xbox, it's like, I believe it's like an hour-long show.
Yeah.
Did you get a chance to see it yet?
Yeah, I saw it. It was on Thursday or Friday, I think.
No, it was
I
today.
forgot.
It was today.
No, it was on earlier because I watched it on Mixer, and it was not today.
Wait. Yesterday. Sorry, the 10th. It debuted
Was it
yesterday.
yesterday?
Yes, on the 10th it debuted.
Oh, that's right, because today's the 11th. Yeah, I watched it yesterday. I didn't catch the whole thing, maybe about three-quarters of it. And I liked it. I liked it a lot, actually. I thought it was well done.
Yeah, so they had a lot of talk about Sea of Thieves, which actually was really interesting. And the show's neat. It's really interesting. I thought one of the coolest things was that 24 karat gold Xbox, Xbox One X Scorpio edition. What'd you think of that? How would you like to have that blinging out your family room?
It's too much pressure to safeguard it. I'd rather have the gold bananas.
The gold bananas. But I thought that was pretty. That's like overboard. It's overkill, but I think that'd be pretty sweet to have. If I had it too, I don't think I'd want to hook it up. I think I'd want to put it in a display case or something. But anyways, I do got to finish watching that. But it's neat. They talk about a bunch of different stuff. I got to the part where they were talking about that, was it Destination Mars game. So I still got to watch the rest of it. I'll finish it watching it. Also, they're giving away free stuff when you do watch the show.
Oh, yeah.
That Mixpot, and I'm assuming that's when if you watch it live. Maybe I don't know. Like, I don't know if I qualify since I logged in with my account and was watching it today on their replay, but they do have the Mixpot again as well.
Yeah, because when I watched it yesterday, I mean, I watched it on the Xbox on Mixer, and I don't recall getting anything or seeing anything about it.
Well, I think the Mixpot, I know they mentioned it in it because I heard them talk about it in the show, but it's something like you'll get like later on, like maybe in a week or two, all of a sudden you'll get a Xbox Live message saying, hey, so saying, hey, you won this.
I got gypped on that last Mixpot thing.
Oh, yeah.
That they had, was that about a year ago?
I got like everything the first time they did it. Then the second time they did it, I didn't get anything, even though I watched it live. But it doesn't matter. This time I know they were giving away like some kind of flintlock skin for Sea of Thieves, and I think it's Paladins, if I recall. Some kind of giveaway or something with that. So I think that's what the two items were. It doesn't really matter. Like the pistol from Sea of Thieves would be nice to get, but it's not a big deal. So, all right. So anyways, be sure to check out Inside Xbox Check it out on their Mixer channel. Oops, I just took the thing down. So I was trying to figure it out of where to watch it. Hey, thank you, Presar, for cheering. At least that works.
Yes.
Let me go back to this. You can watch this. Where did I see that on? I saw it earlier and then I couldn't find it. But if you go to their, oh yeah, you can watch the Inside Xbox on mixer.com/Xbox, youtube.com/Xbox, Twitch TV /Xbox, and facebook.com/Xbox. So you can watch it there, any one of those places. I did not see it on my Xbox itself, and they don't mention that, which I also find odd. But we have Mixer now, so you really don't need to do a separate app on the Xbox when Mixer's right there. And you can subscribe to the Xbox channel and follow them, and it'll pop up on there when they're streaming. So, yeah, check it out. It's really good quality too. Like, it's a really interesting show. I've enjoyed it so far. I do want to finish watching it. I just forgot about it. I was prepping the show. I was like, oh yeah, that's right, that came on. And so I started watching it as I was working on the show, and I was pretty impressed with what I saw on the show. Interesting. And they gave away some stuff, some tidbits of stuff coming in April, which we're going to cover that in a few minutes. But they talked about a game coming in April to the Xbox Game Pass, which I think is cool. But we'll get to that in a minute. So,
yeah, what's the frequency going to be of that? Is it like every month?
Once a month? Yeah, monthly.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's produced really well. They have a lot of like interviews and discussions, so I would imagine it would be, a little time consuming for them to create.
Yeah,
but, that's a good frequency.
Yeah, I think that is. So definitely don't miss out on it, everybody. Check it out. Very fun, even if like you're not interested in Sea of Thieves. That whole interview they talked with those people at Rare, and being able to get to kind of see the studio and stuff. It was just really interesting, really high quality video. It looked great. It's very entertaining. I guess the parrots that were on the stage didn't like the term chicken dinner. So every time they'd say that, like the birds would, I don't know, they did something. I missed it the one time, and everybody on the stage was like backing away from the parrots. I guess one of them wasn't happy about that term. So, but all right. So and I can't remember. I apologize if we talked about this last week. I thought we did, but Call of Duty 2018 is pointing. Looks like it's going to be Black Ops 4, is what's being reported. So, and then also, and I thought we said this last Sunday, but it looked like it was. My news items were up. It was in here to talk about this week, but not much more to say other than that. Also, Battlefield 2018, which we've heard is going to be called Battlefield. Well, and I've heard Battlefield 5. I've also heard Battlefield V, and that it stands for, I guess, victory, because there was a bunch of V-Days, and it is going back to World War II. But it is going to, there's reportedly it's going to have a co-op mode. So they're saying that the game's going to, similar to the campaign to Battlefield 1, and include a Rainbow Six Siege inspired prone stance, but it will feature co-op for that. So it doesn't say if it's just two people or. Let's see. Initially reported the game will feature co-op mode that has squads running through randomly generated conquest missions. Although split screen has not been confirmed. So squad tells me more than two people. So hopefully it's at least 4. For me, with co-op, I like 4. To me, it just seems like when we were doing that Rainbow Six Siege thing the other day, like there was just 3 of us, and it felt like, man, I just need one more person in here, And I never felt like when you had 4 of you that I needed more people. Like, to me, 4 is that sweet spot. We'll see what happens. They say the campaign's going to follow a similar template to the Battlefield 1, taking players across the globe. And then I mentioned that you're going to have a prone stance. You can actually move on on their backs in the vein of Rainbow Six Siege. So that's some stuff to look forward to the next Battlefield game, whatever they're gonna call it. Now one that did get announced that I am really excited about, I'm looking forward to, is Tom Clancy's The Division 2 has been announced. There's no details of it. We'll probably see quite a bit of this at E3. And yeah, in fact, Massive said there'd be no further details until E3 2018. So,
Okay.
but
Which isn't too far out.
no, it's what, 3 months?
3 months. Yeah.
So I'm kind of surprised they even announced it, but I really enjoyed The Division, and I would look for. I'm happy and I'll be on board for Division 2. Looking forward to seeing what they're going to do with that game. So
That video that they put out, the trailer, it looked pretty cool. I mean, I like how it was done.
Oh, I didn't even notice there was a trailer. I guess I missed that part. I'm going to have to check that up after the show.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Braun is saying Battlefield has never used Roman numerals. He would guess it's V as in victory. So, yay! Thank you for cheering. Woo! All right. Thank you, Braun. Okay, so the next one that we have is crossplay. The Xbox One crossplay platform support has been announced for Fortnite. So Epic Games has shared the news that the Fortnite will feature crossplay, cross progression, and cross purchase between Xbox One, PC, Mac, iOS, and in the next few months, Android. It just seems weird that you can play Fortnite on the phone, but it's the Battle Royale is coming to both iOS and Android, and that's going to get full crossplay support with PS4 and PC as well.
I can't imagine playing that on phone.
I can't either.
Oh,
go ahead.
My son plays a game called Rules of Survival, I think is the name. Something like that. It's a total ripoff of Fortnite, PUBG.
Yeah.
But it's a mobile game. And, you know, people are pretty hardcore in that game. So they do a pretty good job on the tablets and phones.
Yeah.
So I imagine it'll be similar with Fortnite, although Fortnite has that whole building aspect. I don't know. I mean, I can't do the building with keyboard controller or whatever to save my life, let alone these people doing it just on a little touchscreen. That'd be crazy.
I know. I couldn't. I struggle on a big old 65-inch TV. Like, yeah, what am I gonna do it on my phone?
Yeah.
But so it's even though this article says that the PS4 is going to have crossplay with iOS and Android, and that those modes also have crossplay with PS4 and PC, it doesn't mean that it's going to be Xbox and PS4 crossplay, because Sony, as we know in the past, has been totally resistant to that, and they don't want I guess they don't want superior gamers on their playing with their gaming group. So don't expect PS4 and Xbox One X, or I'm sorry, Xbox One crossplay, but we'll see. I'd imagine it won't happen. All right, so what is my next one here? This was part of that Inside Xbox, but they talked about a couple different things. So the Xbox One S and the Xbox One X will support variable refresh rates on the AMD Radeon FreeSync displays. So that is coming, I think, in a future update later this spring. Yeah, these are some brand new. These are new features coming later this spring. So, Rob, this might already be in the alpha build, I would imagine.
I don't remember seeing it, although I recall them talking about like TV support for this isn't due until later this year. So really, the only people that can even take advantage of this right now are the people that play on FreeSync monitors,
Right. Right.
which
Which
I don't know how common that is
I don't either.
for
And
people.
it makes sense because I think the Xbox is full of AMD guts, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it makes sense to support the chip makers' technology there. Um,
Oh, yeah.
Share to Twitter is coming. This is going to allow you to share clips and screenshots that will be viewable inline directly on your Twitter feed. This new feature will also automatically place that screenshot or video into your Twitter media library, as well as suggest hashtags such as the game's title. Xbox One will begin supporting auto low latency mode on supported TVs later in 2018. The Edge browser is an update, and this one I know because I saw this one today. I was doing the things you were talking about, going through those quests.
Yeah.
So I did do the Edge browser, so that's there, and um, that's in the. So if you're in the beta group of the or beta insider build, like myself, you'll have that. That's where you'll hear the different sounds, like Rob was talking about earlier. And share controller on Mixer. So this is now available as well in this build. So if you're playing and streaming on Mixer and get stuck, you can hand the controller essentially over to someone that's watching, and they can maybe
Delete your profile
delete your profile.
in the game.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I hope it has a little bit better controls and it only allows you to control the game. Unlike what Sony did, where we watched on YouTube, I think, is someone deleted someone's character. So let's see.
Because we talked about this briefly last week, I think, as well. And what this is, just in case you haven't heard, there was some person was getting help. Wasn't this how it went? Somebody was getting help on some levels or
Yep.
something in
Yeah.
some game. And then they like went to the bathroom, and then the person that was helping them, which is like a stranger or
Yeah.
something,
Yeah.
they went in and they deleted their character.
Yeah. So when he came back, I think he had what, 3, or they deleted his. Yeah. And I think he came back just as he saw him hit the last one. And then the kid was like crying on the. Which I can understand. I would be too. But
Oh, especially if you're, spending a year grinding at something.
yeah.
Oh,
So, but the next item is so this was, I kind of teased this earlier. There's gonna Xbox Game Pass is gonna be bringing out 8 new games in April, and one of them they've already told us it's coming is Cities Skylines, which I'm really glad this is coming. I'm excited. Like, Game Pass is just becoming like super cool. Like Dead Island, I'm playing Dead Island Definitive Edition, which was free in the Game Pass. It's part of that. And I mean, I played Dead Island a long time ago on the 360, but I'm loving this game. Is so much fun. And I think I've got like 40 something hours in it. Woo! What's up with your lighting there, Rob? You're going dark and bright and.
yeah, I just turned off some automatic stuff.
But City Skylines is one that it's a game that's like I've been wanting to buy, but I'm like, man, I don't know. I used to love SimCity, and this essentially is like SimCity on steroids, and I think I'd really love it. But again, my game tastes have changed, and I don't know if I can sit down and do something this slow. So, not basically playing it and getting it as part of Game Pass, where I don't have to plunk down $60 or whatever to buy the game, makes me really happy. So, I'm looking forward to seeing what else is coming out in April. But I
Yeah.
can't say enough good things about Game Pass right now. It's really starting to, like, up until Dead Island, I don't think I really played much. I think this is the first Dead Island's the first one I've really like playing it all the way through. And now City Skylines is coming up. They got Rise of the Tomb Raider that just came out this month. A
Yep.
lot of good stuff. There's a lot of good games in Game Pass. It's starting to now become, kind of what I imagined it being a very attractive service. So
Wasn't there something else that was just coming out, but it's a Microsoft Studios release? I was wondering if that was going to be in there. And I'm sure that doesn't help a whole lot.
well, Sea of Thieves will be joining
Yeah.
it in on release date, which I think is what, the 23rd, 24th or something of this month.
Yeah.
Uh,
There was another
maybe the 20th.
Microsoft title. I forgot what it was. It was coming out.
State of Decay 2 will be,
Yeah, yeah, that
yes,
was
but
it.
that's in May.
Is
And
that
that,
one going straight into
yes, yes, it
okay.
will be in there as well. Again, and there's another one like I've played the original game and it's kind of like, well, I liked it, but it wasn't like, I'm not going to plunk out money for it necessarily. Now I don't have to, and I can still play it. So again, it's just like, yes, thank you, Game Pass. So again, I don't get nothing for this, guys. I'm just telling you, there's a lot of great value to Game Pass. It's only $10 a month, and also, again, I don't get nothing for this, but if that's too much, then you can check out the Microsoft Reward Program. You can go in every day and earn points for like clicking these little things in Bing, and it's like they got these like trivia questions. It takes you just a few seconds to do it, like 2 minutes a day, and you can rack up lots several hundred points a day. And then if you get to like I think around 7,000 points, you can get like a free month of Xbox Game Pass. And you probably could rack those points up if you did your reward little things every day that they give you and you were adamant about it. You could probably get Xbox Game Pass free every month, or at least I guarantee probably every other month. Um, so there's another option for you if money's tight and, try it that way.
Oh yeah.
Um, let's see. Oh, okay, so I hit the next one out already. So it's up to you, Rob. We can skip 7 because I just covered that.
Yeah, I thought that the Pixar game looked kind of interesting that they talked about in there.
I haven't seen that one yet. I didn't get that
Yeah.
far into the show.
So it's done by the same studio that did Ark Survival Evolved. It was the one with the dinosaurs that came out, what, about 2 years ago? Around there, something like that.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, it looks interesting. Okay, two more things real quick. I sort of remember us talking about Happy Wars a couple weeks ago. I don't remember exactly what we said, but we have some sad news, and that's that Happy Wars is going to be shutting down on the PC and Xbox 360 later on this year. The shutdown is going to be just prior to Christmas, December 17th, 2018. So it's still, more than 6 months away. But people have, let's see, people have just a little bit longer here to transfer in-game currency over to the Xbox. Oh, no, not currency. Happy Tickets is what it's called. So you have until March 15th to transfer Happy Tickets to the Xbox One version, and then Games Currency will no longer be sold after April 11th. Did you ever try this game, Mark? Happy Wars?
Mm, I think when it first came out, it wasn't for me.
Yeah. I think it wasn't for a lot of people. But, oh well. And then another game that they talked about a little bit, at least I thought they talked about it in the Xbox Inside Xbox show, was Darwin Project. It could have been just me watching videos right around the same time. It's cold medicine. It's all a blur. I really don't remember. But Darwin Project is now out and about on Steam Early Access and Xbox Game Preview. So you can check that out if you like. And then lastly, a couple of things with the usual recaps that we do at the end of the show, which is just some quick hits on some of the news things that happened in the past week or so. We did talk about crossplay between Xbox, mobile, PC, and everything except that one console. So that is pretty cool. So basically, I think PC people are going to own everybody or pwn everybody. And then Xbox is going to own mobile. and then mobile's going to own nobody. What do you think?
Wait, say that again?
So the PC players are just going to kick everybody's butt.
Right. Yeah.
And then console people
Oh,
are only going to kick the mobile people's butt.
Okay, yes.
And mobile people, they're just going to get it.
Yeah.
The brunt of it all.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just because of control issues, I would think.
I would imagine.
Unless they have like aim assist for the mobile. Then that might change things around. I don't know. Crash Bandicoot is coming to the Xbox. Actually, I thought I saw this for pre-order.
Yes, I think it's available
the other day. Yeah. So it's going to be coming out on July 10th. It's called Crash Bandicoot N. Sane Trilogy. So if you like your retro gaming and you like nostalgia and all that fun stuff, this might be something for you. And lastly, there was a Windows Dev Day presentation where Microsoft showed off a couple frames of the new avatars. Remember the new avatars that they teased like a year ago? Was that at E3 that they teased?
I think that might have been a pre-E3. I don't think they showed it itself at E3.
Okay.
I don't recall that. I don't remember. Really don't. I do remember seeing them do some kind of little talk about it. Maybe it was at E3 because they were even showing like if for like people who are handicapped or in a wheelchair, you could have your avatar be in a wheelchair.
Yeah. So basically, the new avatars are just going to be a huge upgrade in probably almost every way compared to the old ones, which are very much like Mii's, I guess.
Oh, no. They blew Mii's out of the water.
Well,
Mii's were like, their legs and arms weren't even connected.
You got a point there. You are correct. Yeah. But, yeah, I guess what the old avatars were to Mii's, the new ones will be to the old ones, which were to the Mii's.
There you go.
We'll go with that. And that's it. That's all I've got for this week.
All right.
So what do you have for us, Mark?
Well, let's see. Let me get on the right screen. And oh yeah, it's that time.
Today on this Xbox Live. Get ready for some major strife.
Yeah.
Wingman's got 709 ways. Today is just the start. Get ready for this rant.
That's right. It's rant time. And I got a perfect one. This is timely at that. Rob, why in the heck do we have daylight savings time? I mean, really? Do you even know why we go through this crap twice a year?
It benefited somebody at some time.
But do you know who that is or what it was for?
So from what I recall, and might have been the cold medicine I took last week. Who knows? I'll blame everything on cold medicine. But from what I recall, it had something to do with shifting the working, or let me rephrase that. It had to do with shifting people's awake time or up time so that we used less electricity and less resources. I thought that that's what it had to do with.
Right. And so I looked this one up again. We had to change our clocks last night.
Because
we had to spring ahead. So maybe some people didn't get that and like aren't showing up on time today and going, oh, I'm here at 7. No, it's actually 8 o'clock. So some people might think we haven't even started, for another 12 minutes. It's like, nope, we sprung ahead.
So by you living in Arizona for a while, you didn't get to do this for quite a few years.
Oh, well, it sounds like that would be a great thing. but it wasn't.
That's no.
Okay. So I'll explain that. But so why do we have daylight savings time? The main reason for daylight savings time is to make the most out of our daylight as long as possible and save energy. Exactly what Rob said. If people are awake during the sun, people will use natural light and turn on their home lights later. Therefore, less electricity will be used. Daylight savings time's potential to save energy comes primarily from its effects on residential lighting, which consumes about 3.5% of electricity. So, in the United States and Canada, okay, that's like tiny, okay? That's like minuscule, you
Yeah.
know? And it's like, it's ridiculous. Like now, so tomorrow, I was just getting used to getting up and it was like, oh, it's daylight now when I go to work. Well, now tomorrow it'll be dark again. You know, and it doesn't make sense because, you know, this whole idea is like, well, now I got to turn all my lights on, you know, and I'll tell you what, I turned my lights on the other day because it wasn't that bright in the morning. And the thing is, and it's like you turn, so you have like a little more light in the evening, but, and again, it depends on also where you live. So you could be
Right.
like on like Rob, you're pretty close to the Eastern time zone where you live. You're not that
Sure,
far from
right,
it.
Right.
Like to someone else that's in well, in fact, my folks live in the Central time zone. They're
They're like in the
12
middle, right?
hours away from you. They're almost on the, you know, they're towards the other end. So whatever the sun is at when you get up in the morning, guess what? It's still dark over there. They're in the same time zone.
Yeah.
You know, so to me, this has irritated me my whole life. I've always hated this flipping forward. You know, do you go back? Yeah, I finally know you spring forward, you fall back. I get that. And then, so I was excited when I moved to Arizona and I was like, yes, I don't have to do it anymore. That part was great. It was the same time everywhere. All year long, it was, you know, we never did that. The problem is then, like, when you have a job like I do and you're dealing with people in Arizona and the mountain time zone who could still in your same time zone, but anyone outside of Arizona is on a different time. Sometimes your customers over in the Pacific were, sometimes you were on the same time as them, sometimes you weren't. So when like your appointments and your meetings with work would get all jacked up, every 6 months everything was messed up because you didn't change, but everyone else did, you know,
Right.
and it sucked. I hated it. And I just wish that they would just cut it out. I don't even feel we got all these LED bulbs, these low energy bulbs. Everyone's gone green. I mean, do we really need to do this crap anymore? You know, I just really don't believe that this is anything that's really saving anybody anything. And I don't know one single person. I have never yet to this day met one person that likes this. Everybody hates this that I have ever talked to. And if there's anybody out there that disagrees with me, absolutely send in a voicemail, come on the show, write an email to me. I would love to hear any reason to continue this. It's always different. And then they had to, I remember back, not long ago, was it around, I think when President Bush was in office, they changed it. It was like always the same days every time. And now they've changed it and it's different all the time. And they had, you know, computers had to be all
It's still
updated
the
to,
same.
no, well, it used to be like the same day and date every year. And then
Yeah.
back when GW was in office, there was something where they changed it. Now it's not always the same date. It's still the fall or the spring, or fall and spring, but the dates they slide and they slipped. And, you know, I remember Microsoft had to do OS updates to adjust the daylight saving clock
Right.
because it changed, you know. So it just seems
Yeah, because
stupid.
now it's, what is it, the second Saturday in March, and then what, the first Saturday or Saturday night in November?
But I believe it's different every year. It slides.
Well,
It's not the same thing anymore like it used to
It's
be.
not the same. Well, it's same from the standpoint of it's the second Saturday night in March, but that fluctuates. So it's on the calendar, it's the same date. You know, kind of like Thanksgiving, which is all over the place.
But
Every year.
the thing is too. So now here's what I'm hoping. I got a text today. So my dad lives in Florida, and he sent me a text today, and he said, "Yes, this is the last time Florida is changing times." He said we're gonna spring ahead today, and they are staying on standard time, Eastern Standard Time. So in the fall, Florida is now a state like Arizona that will not be changing their times. And I'm like, okay, let's keep it going, guys. Come on, let's start
Keep the
this rolling
momentum.
process, man. I know parts
Yeah.
of Indiana, like parts of Indiana, don't change. Arizona doesn't change. Now Florida is
Yeah.
now officially they
Indiana.
don't.
So Indiana is all messed up.
They are
'Cause-
really a disaster because it's not the
Yeah,
whole
'cause-
state.
Yeah, because part of it follows Chicago. So the Northwest Indiana follows Chicago. And then you have the rest of the state. And then you have that like southeastern part.
Yeah, so it's
Different rules.
just let's just get rid of the daylight savings. I don't feel it's necessary anymore. Come on, come on. We got all these energy saving bulbs. We probably save more with those than that 3.5%. And I'm sorry, we're not saving anything. And then I hear people going, "Oh, it's for the children so they don't have to walk to school in the dark." Well, guess what? My kids will be standing in the dark tomorrow because we sprung ahead.
Yeah.
Like Friday,
Yeah.
it was daylight when they were waiting on the bus. Tomorrow, it'll be dark. Like, so it's not about the kids. It has nothing to do with the kids. It has nothing to do with that. It's all about government trying to save money somewhere. And, I don't think we need to do this anymore. We've all gone green, right? So we got these energy saving bulbs and, whatever. People are going to heat their house the way they want to heat their house. And, I'm not going to wait. Changing the lights on for an hour is not going to make a difference. Doesn't in my house. We'll still be turning lights on in the morning. And I know
Yeah.
my kids leave with every light on in the house, and they'll leave them on all day long. I'm the one running through turning lights off constantly. So, but anyway,
But you know what? I think we were all like that at one point. Because I used to love the light from everywhere. And now I turn them all off as I follow my son through the house.
Yep. Yeah, we've become our dads.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, but that's it. That's my rant of the week. Like I said, let's stop the madness, please. All right. So what is next? All right. So we got a voicemail this week. So if you want to send a voicemail, you can go to thesxboxlife.com and click on the send voicemail button on the right-hand side of the page. And this week we hear from CatFlap1970. Let's hear what he has to say.
Hi guys, CatFlap970 here from the UK. How do you guys manage your time on games? I listen to you guys every week, and you guys do pour for the games. You must put so many hours in. How do you manage those hours on these games? Because some of these games now are huge. Looking forward to Far Cry 5. Brain's going, I'm getting old. Far Cry 5. I can see myself putting in tremendous amount of hours into that at the moment. That's sucking up time like a black hole, to be honest. How do you guys manage the time? How do you find enough hours in the day to do this? We're all middle-aged gamers, and we've all got work pressures and family pressures. So, how do you do it, guys? Do you have a time machine? And is it a DeLorean? See you later.
Great question. So how do you manage it, Rob?
I can't manage time whatsoever. I don't have time for anything, let alone gaming. It's for me, gaming comes at a sacrifice, usually sleep. That's something that, after all of the adult activities happen when you know, you're done doing the family stuff and all that when you should be in bed, that's like the only time to get the gaming in. And it's extremely difficult. And I wish we didn't have to sleep. But then again, we would just do more stuff and still be in the same situation.
Yeah, that's for sure.
How do you do it?
um, I can't fully I can't fully state how I do it. But
Without incriminating yourself.
exactly. um, let's just say that I get in anytime I can. Um, any downtime, take a break of any point where I can do some gaming. I had opportunity today. A bunch of sick people in the house, and I'm like, all right, I'm going downstairs. I'm gonna play games. So I played some games today. But most of the time, it's after the kids have gone to bed, and if the wife is gonna watch a program or she's busy with something, then I'll just go and I play. I play a lot at night. So yeah, that's about it. I know my daughter's about to start basketball up, so yeah, gaming will take a hit again. Or again, I don't say it'll take a hit, but because I do get the game a lot, but it will just be less time in the evenings that will be available.
Yeah. So it basically cuts into your non-sleep gaming time.
Yeah. Sacrifice
So,
sleep.
yeah, so there's the night gaming where you should be sleeping. That still
Right.
stays constant. It's just the daytime gaming that gets cut down.
And I mean, in all honesty, I mean, we can all sleep when we're dead, right? So we're not going to be able to play video games when we're dead. So
Or, well, it depends on what you think of heaven.
I'm
Unlimited
guessing we're
Xbox
not going to
Live.
have Xboxes up there. So
How do you know?
I don't know, but I don't believe it. I don't want to take the risk.
Get it in now.
Get it in while I can.
Yeah,
And who's saying I'm even going that way? So
that's right.
all right, so I'm gonna come back to this. Okay, sorry, I was looking at something for our Facebook group questions. So, anyways, thank you for the voicemail, Cat Flap. I don't know if we answered your questions. Just we game every chance we can get. So, and I think I'm just myself. I think I'm just blessed that I got a very understanding wife who just lets me do it. So, she's busy with stuff, and we still find our time together, and I don't ignore her or the kids, and not every day, some days, but yeah, just get it in when you can. I guess is about all we can do. All right. If you want to send us an email, you can email us contact@thisxboxlife.com. You can reach us on Twitter, or you can follow our Twitter. Rob and I aren't doing anything with it. I'm just not a Twitter person. Rob, unless you want to take it on, it's pretty much. We need to hire a community manager. we need a Major Nelson
A
to
PR firm.
to do all our.
Major
Twitters.
Nelson hires people to do his stuff too. I'm sure.
Exactly. Yes, he does. And so you can follow us on Twitter, thisxboxlife.com/Twitter, and thisxboxlife.com/Facebook will take you to our Facebook group. And this is where I'm at. I'm very active in here. So this is just my preferred spot. But we got some questions this week. So first one's from Stuart, also known as Carbide, the Angry Canadian. He says, why is Narco Road so boring? Narco Road is a DLC for Ghost Recon Wildlands. And it's funny. It's like, so I finally completed 100%ed Ghost Recon Wildlands and all the DLC, got every achievement and all the DLCs in the full game. And I think that after I stated that, he's like, okay, I guess I better go in and do this. But he did just finish Narco Road. And so I know he's happy about that, but he hated it. And it's definitely the worst part of that whole package. But I gotta say this: the more I played it, the more I kind of enjoyed like doing the bikes and the mountain, running around in a monster truck and climbing the hills, and you just. But it's not Ghost Recon. It's like it's just not what we wanted or expected out of our game. But I will say this: it was kind of a nice little break because then Fallen Ghosts, which is the next DLC, and he's about to jump into that. That is excellent. It is Ghost Recon Wildlands with additional stuff that you would want in a Ghost Recon game. So, Carbide, you are in for a fun ride. You're gonna love Fallen Ghosts. I can about guarantee it. Hit me up, and yes, I'll be more than happy to jump in and co-op with you. It is fantastic. Get ready to use those heat goggles. You're gonna need them. So the next, Rob, did you want to take the one from the next question?
Sure.
Do you have it
Yeah.
up? Okay.
So this one's from
Yeah,
Sam. Is that how you say it?
I just go with Joe.
Joe. Yeah. If you could own any game studio in the world, which would you own and why?
Wow.
You could go a bunch of ways with this.
Yeah.
So I'll answer this one first. So I'll take it from the aspect of how the studios run themselves, where I'll just take the most profitable one. I don't
Rockstar.
care what game. I don't care what game they make.
Yeah. There you go.
I'll take the most profitable one.
So who's that?
I don't know.
You're not even gonna name a name?
I don't know which one.
I'd say
that
it's
is.
gotta be Rockstar.
Rockstar, you think?
I think so, dude. GTA 5 has sold like billions of dollars. I mean,
Yeah.
and then of course he says, what is he saying? He says game studio. So you can't even say, like, you can't even get the Call of
It's
Duty
not
franchise in there
publisher,
because that's
right.
3 different game studios. But Rockstar is a game studio and publisher all on its own. Right? Don't they publish their own stuff? I'm pretty sure they do. They don't. I don't think anyone. Yeah. The hate mail will come in if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure they publish their own games. Yeah. They got to
So,
be the
okay.
biggest and most
So
successful.
what defines a game studio? Because we have
It's just developers.
publishers.
Well, I'd say I take it as developer. You could own any game studio. You go out and buy. So like Microsoft, if they want to buy PUBG, they're going to buy PUBG Corp, right? And then they would own it. So that's a game studio, is PUBG Corp. Epic would be a game studio.
But not Ubisoft.
Ubisoft is
or
a
would they?
publisher. But they also do
right.
they do have like they do have game studios as well. So you could say that. You could say Ubisoft. You could say what is it, 2K as well. But you couldn't do like Activision because they
Not
are a
anymore.
publisher. You couldn't say, well,
'Cause
EA
they
you
used-
could.
They used to be a studio years ago, right? Like in the old Atari 2600 days.
I don't. Yeah, I think
Because
you're right.
they
I
made
think
their own games.
I think they did make their own games back in the day. You're right,
Yeah.
but now they don't. But then again, if Activision owns Sledgehammer Games, Infinity Ward, which they do, then I guess you could say Activision, because they own those studios. But we're probably diving into it too far.
Yeah. Oh well, if I had to pick one, then I would pick the guys that own League of Legends.
I don't know. The thing is I don't have there's so many different games that I love from different people. I think if I could own any game studio, I would want to go for Rockstar because there's so much talent there. But I would want to, and I would want to try to take that talent, build upon it, and have them produce um, maybe more games, bring in more people, and just get kind of expand on their um, what they got. But I could end up watering it down. But I just, even though I'm not a GTA fan and I don't care for GTA, I liked Max Payne game they did. I think the last one was it Max Payne 3 they did. That was a fun game. I loved it. I liked Red Dead Redemption. I'm looking forward to Red Dead 2. They do make great stuff. So that would be why I'd want them. They're super successful. All right, Michael says, after the final beta of Sea of Thieves this weekend, what features would you like to see in the game? For me, this is going to be an unpopular one, and it'll never happen because I like a HUD. I like something to tell me go this direction, and it's not in this game. So when you're playing by yourself and you're piloting your ship, you've constantly got to get off from pilot or steering your ship and go downstairs and look at the map. And I get what they're doing, and it's a co-op, and it works when you've got friends. Someone will look at there and say, "Oh, turn to the right." They'll tell you which way to go and stuff like that. And it is fun that co-op wise, but if you can't get in a group of friends, I just don't think that game's going to work. I would like that if it was when you go in and you're on your own ship and you're playing a single player, if it would give you more guidance, more of like a HUD and say go this direction, and it makes it a little bit easier to play. But we'll never see it in that game. What about you, Rob? Anything you'd like to see?
Loot crates.
Oh, shut up. They're coming. They're going to be in there. What is it? Didn't they say like after
They're
3
treasure
months?
chests.
Yeah, there's going to be stuff coming to Sea of Thieves. I think 90 days after the launch. So you'll get them this summer. They'll probably launch them at E3.
Yeah.
All right. And I got to take this next one. Sorry, I shouldn't have had you take the last one. But Phil posted this. This wasn't necessarily, he posted on our Facebook group saying, haven't listened to Mark massacre the language of the UK currency yet again. I really feel the need to state the correct way to say it once and for all. So as an example, 45.37 is said as 45 pounds and 37 pence. I will be listening carefully the next time it happens. So basically what that tells me is don't do any more UK giveaways. No, I appreciate that. And it is stated the same way that we would, because if that was $1, it'd be $45.37. So, and I didn't know. So I actually appreciate you writing in, Phil, because that makes sense to me. 45 pounds and 37 pence. So,
because we just had a correct Mark on that just recently, just so you guys know, because prior he was also saying $45.37 with American money. So he learned dollars and cents recently.
No, I didn't say that.
Be sure.
I don't even know.
Don't be embarrassed. It's okay.
All right. So
they understand.
I do get 2 other ones here because I want to add these in because I don't have them in here yet. Sorry. I'll just read these. But these were so last week, I guess there was 2 more questions that came in, or there was one actually. Someone was replying. Yeah. So there's only one because this. Oh, I take that back. Looks like there was more. All right. Never mind. So these are from last week. I apologize that I missed these when I went in and said thanks. There are no more. These 2 questions didn't show up in my feed. And then I went back afterwards when Braun said, "Hey, you didn't answer my question." I went back and looked, and sure enough, there they are. So I apologize I missed these. But Braun wrote in and said, so another Sea of Thieves stress test this weekend. Nothing but connection issues for me. Will this release or get delayed? Will this be worse than the Battlefield 4 launch? My response to Braun is, well, it's a stress test. This is the point. They basically want this to break. When I went in yesterday, I had no problems, but I did go in solo. But it went right in, and I was sailing around. So um, I had no issue, but I didn't try to connect with other people. I hope this isn't as bad as Battlefield 4 because that was horrendous. Um, I'm hoping that, and I would imagine that they're going to get it right. I hope they get it right. This is a huge thing for Microsoft. They need this to be a hit right out the gate. So hopefully it will be good to go. And and then Gunny Chief says, "Where is Crackdown 2 backwards compatibility and enhanced for my X?" I'm with you, Henley. I want to know where it's at too. So maybe this will be included and come as part of Crackdown 3. But we did get Crackdown 1 backward compatible and enhanced. So I'd imagine we're going to get the second one as well. So that would be sweet. And even though I have the discs, I may end up just buying both of them just to have them digitally as well. So why not, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but that was the questions. Did you have anything else, Rob, or comments on those from last week?
Nope.
All right. So back to you.
All right. Retail releases for the week of March 12th through the 18th. On the 13th, we have Beast Quest, Pure Farming 2018, Devil May Cry HD Collection, The Council Episode 1, The Mad Ones, The Raven Remastered, Cube 2, that's QUBE, numeral 2, and lastly, Spiral Splatter. On the 14th, we have The Long Reach. The 15th brings Surviving Mars. And then on the 16th, we have Burnout Paradise Remastered, Tesla vs. Lovecraft, and Vicious Attack Llama Apocalypse, apparently also known as Vala. And then Tesla vs. Lovecraft, Burnout Paradise Remastered, Surviving Mars, and that's it. Those are Xbox One enhanced. And games with gold for the month of March, we have Xbox One, Trials of the Blood Dragon. This is for the entire month.
Fun
You have a
game.
couple for the next couple of days here. We have Assassin's Creed Chronicles India, which is also a pretty darn good game. New on Friday is Super Hot. And then for Xbox 360 and Xbox One with backwards compatibility, we have Brave, the game, I think is the full name. And then Quantum Conundrum starts on Friday. And then lastly, if you're an iTunes user, make sure to find the show on iTunes. Give us a 5-star review. That's a great way to support the show. Doesn't cost you anything except a little bit of time. And it really helps the show out. The more ratings we get, the more we get bumped up in the iTunes rankings. And then also make sure to follow us on Mixer, Twitch, and YouTube. And if you make any purchase on Amazon, use our affiliate link. You can find that at thisxboxlife.com. Click on the Amazon logo. Or go to thisxboxlife.com/Amazon and then click on the appropriate store of your choice, either UK or USA. If you have got an ad blocker, make sure to whitelist our page or turn it off for review. Do that each and every time that you make your purchases on Amazon. And that's another way to greatly support the show, in addition to Patreon and the other things that Mark mentioned earlier. So that's all I've got for episode 474. Anything else you want to add, Mark?
That's it. We thank you guys for gals for tuning in each and every week. Thank you for supporting us. We really appreciate it. And look for us online. I am Mark, aka Wingman709, taking off.
I'm Rob, also known as Presar. Thanks for listening, everybody.